know how to do. The internet went down at the shop the other day and they called me. They're like, what do we do? And I'm like, unplug the router. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Call tech support. Wait,
I
that's
don't,
me.
I have no idea. Unplug the router. And that did work actually. So that was good.
Okay. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Well,
Happy Thursday. It's still Christmas in July.
happy Thursday. This is our last Christmas in July episode, right?
Yeah, we are going to talk about Christmas at sea, but
Yes, of
that'll
course.
be a little bit later down the line.
Yeah.
We're
When is the
doing a
last
Christmas in
episode?
July. I think I don't know the
Monday?
date.
Next week.
Monday next week, yeah. So, yeah, and we're doing a Christmas in July at our house on Saturday. I wish you were here. We're doing baking and holiday movie watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sounds
I'm going to make
great.
some gingerbread loaf with cream cheese frosting, copycat of a major coffee corporation. And I'm also going to do um, eggnog cake mix cookies. So,
Ooh.
because your sister found eggnog at Safeway.
What?
Yeah, limited edition for Christmas in July.
Cute.
So
I love that.
we were very excited about that.
We don't have eggnog here. We only have one grocery store here. So like whatever they carry is kind of what we're at the mercy of.
Yeah. When she brought it home, I said, check the date on that. Did they pull that out of the case from last year?
They're like, we have a pallet of frozen eggnog. Let's sell it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So what have you been up to this week? Anything fun?
Oh, working out as usual and planning a trip to go down the coast with our oldest grandson. So yeah, very excited about that. There's been lots of twists and turns in that planning because we were going to stay in hotels, then we were going to rent an RV. Renting an RV, man, I'll tell you, it's expensive. It was close to $400 per day, plus the gas that it takes to fill up that massive vehicle. Plus, then you have to pay for your camping spots, which are anywhere from like $60 to over $100 this time of year. So
well, you have to pay per mile too on top of your rental fee, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, because our big plan was to hop a train, go part of the trip, and then rent an RV, and that's not happening. So then we thought we'd do hotels, and hotels are quadruple the price on the coast this time of year than they are in the off season. So now we're camping in a tent. But it'll be at places that actually have amenities like a pool and a pickleball court. And so it's not really camping. It's my kind of camping, let's be honest. There'll be a shower, there'll be a bathroom, snack bar. So if I have to camp in a tent, that's the way to do it.
Yes, true. If I have to camp in a tent, I'm not going.
Y'all have fun.
Have a great time. I will.
Another funny thing that happened this week. I was just doing a quick Target order. You know how you can order and then you go and you pick up, sit in your car and wait for them to bring it to you.
Yeah.
But I had forgotten that when I was doing some research for the podcast, we had talked about some book recommendations for anybody that's going on the Christmas cruise. And so I was looking up and I found some books and I put them in my Target cart just so that I'd remember when I go back to blog about them.
You bought them?
I bought them. I forgot to take them out. So I can give you a firsthand account of what these books really are. So I'll take them on my trip to the coast. Fortunately, they were having a special buy 2 books, get 1 half price, but I didn't even know that I bought them.
Like,
Merry Christmas to me.
Oh,
what about
gosh.
you? What's your week been like this week? Busy?
Yeah, just working. Just decompressing from last week. We had a really awesome night market at the coffee shop that I own. And after the day after that, I felt like I got hit by a truck. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to lay in bed all day.
So much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but that's usually how I feel after I host an event because I take it very seriously and very personally. And
you do.
Yeah. So Phil, my husband, was just like, okay, lay in bed, do whatever you need. I got the kids.
Yeah.
So,
You need a
um,
day to just kind of regroup.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it was successful. It was great. From what I saw online, it looked like it was a great event.
yeah. It was really fun. So I'm excited to do the holiday one because definitely going to bring the, Hallmark holiday cheer to that one. I want it to be fully decorated and, be
Mhm.
really festive. So I'm excited for that.
Super
So,
fun.
yeah. So speaking of traveling, this movie that we're going to talk about today, the main character, she owns a tour company. Have you ever hired a tour company when you've been visiting any place?
No, no, I've stopped by the local chamber of commerce, the
Hmm.
visitor center, picked up a couple of pamphlets that talk about trails or restaurants to check out, but I've
Yeah.
never actually booked a tour. We did a tour in Mexico when we went on a cruise many years ago. It was just a guy. I mean, he could have been a really shady guy. Fortunately, he wasn't, but he drove us all over Mazatlan in a little tut-tut,
Oh yeah,
winding
we did
through the
that too.
hills.
Yeah, it's like a must do when you're
Yeah.
there.
And he was on the up and up. He was a great guy and stopped wherever we wanted to and took pictures of us. And it was fun. But you
Yeah,
hear about these dumb American tourists who get offed on vacation because they trusted people.
yeah, yeah. We did
Fortunately,
that
that
when we
was
went to Mexico. We were in Mazatlan as well, and he like halfway through the tour was like, "Hey, I gotta go pick up my kid from daycare. Do you guys mind?" We're like, "Okay,
sure.
sure, why not?"
We'll just slide over in a seat. It's fine.
Yeah, so I think that whole tour probably cost us like $15 or something. It was very
Yeah.
low
Uh-huh.
investment. But I was trying to think if I've done any other tours besides like if you go somewhere specific like Hearst Castle or something where you have to
Right.
pay for a
Hmm.
tour. But I don't know that I really have. But here in San Antonio, they have a double decker bus that's a hop on, hop off. And I would really like to do that. I think that would be
Oh,
fun.
fun. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
I've never done anything like that. And I think it's fun to be a tourist in your own city because
Hmm.
you tend to like, I think kind of take it for granted and not do all the things that you could do when
That's
you live
true
there.
because I had a girlfriend who lives, I don't know, about an hour, hour and a half away. And she's always wanted to visit my small town. She's come to see me, of course, but she's never really visited. I live in a small town called Gig Harbor, Washington. And, like you said, you take it for granted. There's so many cute shops and restaurants and coffee shops and just wandering down the beautiful waterfront. And I don't really do that. And so she came and we looked in pretty much every single shop there. I found a darling opal ring that I really wanted, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to go home and think about it. And I went back and bought it yesterday. Support small business. But
Yes.
it was so much fun because I live in this little town that looks very much like a Hallmark town, and I just take it for granted. I'm constantly thinking, well, where can I go that's like a Hallmark town? About 2 miles down the hill.
Yeah, I live in one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, for sure, for
So,
sure. Yeah. So
yeah.
I think it's a good reminder to just go do those touristy things in your own town and
Hmm.
support those small businesses. And there's ton. I mean, I don't live in San Antonio, but there's so much history there. Like I've barely scratched the surface on seeing things. It's not just the Alamo that is
Yeah.
history related in San Antonio. So
Oh, yeah.
tons of fun things to do here. Okay. Well, welcome to Live on the Pod, a podcast about all of the cheesy romantic TV movies we adore. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Sherry.
And today we are discussing Kindhearted Christmas, a Kindhearted Christmas. And we're going to just change up our format a little bit today. So if you're an avid listener, you will notice that it's not exactly the same as we've been doing in the past. And that is based on feedback of our listeners and that they like to hear us talk about random stuff. So,
And we're good at it.
yes, I wanted to start the episode today with some Hallmark or made for TV movie headlines, a few little news things that have been released in the last little bit. So the first thing is that Lacey Chabert and Andrew Walker just announced that they are doing a Christmas movie together, and I'm so
Are
excited about it.
they? To be released this year?
Yes, yes, this year.
Oh, nice.
It's called She's Making a List, and I'll give you a little what they've released so far about the movie. So, when naughty or nice Inspector Isabel Haynes is assigned to evaluate mischievous 11-year-old Charlie Duncan, she expects a routine case. But things get complicated when Isabel unexpectedly falls for Charlie's widowed father, which can we get a divorce here, please? Can somebody be divorced? Why
So
does
many
everybody
people
have to be
dying.
dead? Uh, falls for Charlie's widowed father, Jason Duncan, and begins to question the rigid rules of her job. As Christmas approaches, Isabel must choose between following the holiday algorithm or following her heart. So,
Ooh, which one will she do?
yes, I don't know, but I think Danny's going to like this movie because it sounds like it has some Santa magic in it.
Okay.
So,
Well, hopefully she'll be back on board when we watch
yes.
that one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that one because didn't they just do a movie together? A Valentine one?
That sounds familiar. So many movies come out.
Oh my
I
gosh,
try to
there's
watch
so
as many
many.
as I can. But
Yeah.
because we cover not only Hallmark, but GAC and Netflix and an occasional romp through a scary, suspenseful Lifetime movie, which we got a good one coming up
We
soon,
have
guys.
a good
We'll
one
talk about
coming.
it at some point. Um,
Hold on to your yoga mats, guys.
that's right. Get your water bottle. You you might need it to protect yourself.
Get your husband who looks like your grandpa and be ready to go.
That's just a teaser for what's to come. Jonathan Bennett, are you
Oh,
listening?
yes, yes. Are you listening? We need to talk to you about this epic film. Okay, so next thing is Gilmore Girls is coming to Hallmark, everybody. Let's have a big round of
What?
applause for that. You didn't know?
Why didn't I know that? I'm a
Oh
big
my
Gilmore Girls
gosh.
fan.
Yes, Gilmore Girls has found a new home on Hallmark starting August 25th. It's going to be airing weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time and weekends 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And they are going to do it in sequential order, starting with the pilot and going all the way through.
Nice. And the reboot,
Yeah.
I wonder?
Netflix owns that, so I don't think so.
Oh, that makes
Yeah, they
sense.
sold
Okay.
the rights to Netflix. So Netflix owns Gilmore Girls now, so they must be licensing it out to Hallmark.
Okay.
Um,
That's
yes,
interesting because not in the first season that I recall, but as we move along, some of those scenes can get a little bit spicy, but Hallmark's, they're mixing
yes,
it up. So I don't know
yes.
if they're planning on cutting anything or if they're just going with the times. We'll see.
I mean, they Golden Girls gets a little spicy as far as like
That's
what they
true.
talk about. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if it was GAC airing it, I would be very shocked. But
for sure.
yeah, Hallmark definitely is getting a little bit more, I don't know, not unfamily friendly, but just a little bit more adult with some of their
Hmm.
content, which is
Yeah.
totally fine, I think.
Hmm.
Um, Also, 25th anniversary merch is available on the Hallmark website and in their stores, including a Stars Hollow map blanket, which I think you need, Mom.
I have seen that. Yeah, I
Yes,
love the Stars Hollow merch.
it's so
So
cute.
much fun stuff.
Yeah, there's also a puzzle that is a map of Stars Hollow and a set of 4 appetizer plates, which are very adorable.
Oh,
So
cute.
we're not, this is not sponsored, guys, but if you want Gilmore Girls stuff, just go to Hallmark. Try to go to your locally owned Hallmark store, though, to purchase it if you
Yes.
can.
Hmm. Yeah.
If you still have one, then go. I have one, and I'm definitely going to go.
You know, that's funny. I should have been clued in that something like this was coming because I did know they were carrying Gilmore Girls merch and that they were carrying more and more of it. So
Yes,
interesting.
yes. Oh,
That's
and
that's my comfort show. I will watch it
oh yeah,
over and over, restart the season every fall. Love it.
yeah, it's so good.
Mhm.
I finished the Kelly. I grasp her last name? Bishop.
Kelly. Oh, yes,
Kelly.
yes, yes.
I finished Kelly Bishop's book, The Third Gilmore Girl, a couple weeks ago. Phenomenal
Emily
read.
Gilmore. Hmm.
Yes, highly recommend it. So if you need a book to read that's non-Christmassy, non-Hallmark related, but I guess it is by proxy a little Hallmark related now, definitely go and read it. She has a very compelling life story. Um, very, very interesting. And she did a lot of groundbreaking stuff in her life. So,
Now, why didn't I put that one in my Target cart? Because my
yeah,
library doesn't have it. I've
because it's
tried to
only,
request it so many times, they don't have it at my library. So, yeah,
oh,
that's one I'll just have to purchase.
yeah. Yeah. It'll come out in paperback probably soon. It's only hardback, I think, right now.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's expensive. Hardbacks are
Hmm.
spendy
Yep.
little buggers. I should have just rechecked it out from my library and sent it to you to read, and then you could send it back. That'd be cheaper
Well,
than buying it, I think.
probably.
Because you can send it media mail, so it's like $2 to ship it.
Oh, yeah.
Um, okay, and then my last little piece of news is that Brandy Norwood, if you're from my generation, she's known as just Brandy, is to star opposite her daughter in Lifetime holiday movie Christmas Every Day. So
Okay.
I don't think we've seen her daughter in anything yet. And I love Brandy. And I'm excited. And I hope that it's better than the last Christmas movie she did because that one wasn't very good.
Not great. Not great. Do you have a
No.
synopsis for this? Is it kind of a Groundhog Day situation?
I thought it would be, but it's not. And so I'll read you the synopsis. So, following the death of her father, Fancy, who is played by Brandy, has been more determined than ever to uphold his cherished Christmas traditions, as her mother, Evelyn, has also begun losing her sight. But things aren't a smooth ride as Fancy simultaneously plans her bridezilla baby sister Belle's wedding. When a water pipe bursts and disrupts the fairy tale wedding plans, Fancy finds herself unexpectedly drawn to the rugged yet charming contractor, Jalen, tasked with renovating the house. Through all the chaos, she learns valuable lessons about faith, family, and the true meaning of Christmas. So,
Rugged yet charming
yes,
contractor.
always.
There's always one.
This storyline sounds very chaotic. So, I'm very interested to see how the
A
movie
lot
comes
going
out.
on.
Yes,
Yeah.
weddings and pipes bursting and houses, and her mom's losing her sight, and her dad died. And that's a lot of things happening
It's
all
a
at
lot
once.
in
Plus
about an hour and a
Christmas.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm very interested to see because I think Brandy is a great actress. I don't think that was the reason that last movie wasn't good. It just was not a
Hmm.
good movie in
No,
general.
I agree. I'll
So that
rank
was
that
the
up
one
with
with
Hot
Heather
Frosty.
Graham, right? Heather Graham
Yes.
was in that one. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
I still like Top Frosty. So so that's a little bit of news from the made-for-TV movie world. Um, anything else you wanted to say about any of that stuff?
Oh, I'm just excited about the Gilmore Girls moving to Hallmark. And I got to get into, well, we don't have a local Hallmark store in my town anymore, but there's still a few around. So got to check out that merch. Add it to my Christmas wish list.
Yeah, there's one here. You know what? It would kind of be interesting to interview an owner of a Hallmark store.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could find one. I think the gal
Is
who
it all?
owns the one here is a little grumpy, but maybe we could find somebody who's not.
You know, that one that used to, she didn't own it, but she worked at the one in my town for years and years and years.
Yes.
And now she works at Home Goods, I think, because ours closed down. She was so great. She always remembered you girls from the time you were very little until I got, 16th birthday balloons from her. And she just always asked about the family. That's amazing customer service.
And that
Love
was a
that.
huge Hallmark store. That was
Yeah, it
massive.
was a Hallmark store plus stationery, office supplies, all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. And now it's a swimming lessons facility, which is so
They put in a
weird.
pool.
So weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a little movie introduction. And because we're not going to go play by play on this movie, my introduction is longer than it normally is. Because then we're going to move into just kind of chatting about some of our favorite moments, some funny things that happened in the film, and overall thoughts in a more detailed way. Sound good?
And guys, I'll just let you know that Jessica threw this on me this morning, so I didn't know we were doing the new format. So she will be taking the lead, and I'll be jumping in as I go.
I have a lot
But
of questions. A lot of
that
questions to ask.
okay, good. That said, I love this idea of a new format because I want you guys to watch the movie and tell us what you think, and maybe we'll bring up some points that you hadn't thought about, or maybe you'll bring up some points that we hadn't thought about. So
Yes,
I'm excited.
absolutely. Okay, so here's the synopsis. In the charming town of Cooperville, Jamie, played by Jennie Garth, runs a cozy sightseeing company and quietly carries the weight of her fifth holiday season without her beloved husband, the town's original king of Christmas cheer. Once known for their shared love of giving, Jamie now finds herself struggling to embrace the magic of the season. But when a heartwarming news segment inspires her to make an anonymous donation to a local fundraiser, Jamie unexpectedly ignites a town-wide movement of kindness. From surprise gifts to snow-dusted good deeds, her secret gesture becomes the spark that rekindles the community's holiday spirit. Enter Scott, played by Cameron Matheson, a handsome and big city morning show host, as big city as you can really be in this area. I don't get the feeling it's a giant city, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With a heart of gold and a nose for a good story, set to cover the mysterious rise of Cooperville's Secret Santa, Scott's search for the generous giver leads him closer to Jamie and to something he never expected, a second chance at love. There we go. And that pretty much sums up the entire movie, guys. You can guess what happens and probably be right. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so this movie was released on November 20th, 2021 on GAC. It is an older film, and it is a Great American Family film, which I'm really trying to be conscious of mixing it up and not just choosing Hallmark films, so we're getting a little mix of everything. It does star Jennie Garth and Cameron Matheson. The director was Elise Late Rogers, who also directed Christmas Bedtime Stories, 6 episodes of When Calls the Heart, and 2 episodes of Chesapeake Shores, along with a bunch of other things. The writers were Jennifer Barrow, who has written An Unexpected Valentine, Christmas on Call, and Dating the Delaney's. And then Amin Kaderali, who also wrote The Holiday Calendar, A Lot Like Christmas, and Christmas Under the Northern Lights. He's also a director that has directed tons of stuff, including a few episodes of Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They filmed this in, guess where? Can anybody guess?
I'm going to say Langley, BC.
You would be right.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner.
So, yes, this movie was filmed in Fort Langley, BC, and all around the town using different areas of the town that we've seen in lots of other movies. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't go too into Langley because we have talked about Langley ad nauseum, I think. So,
yeah, we do want to visit there.
Yes. Aside from actually going there, we're fairly familiar with the place. Okay. Do you want to share your initial thoughts on this movie?
I thought it was a great movie. It's a little bit older. So sometimes when we choose an older film, it's kind of a crapshoot whether we're going to like it or not. But I thought that Cameron Matheson and Jennie Garth had great chemistry. I've seen Cameron Matheson in a lot of things. And Danny will probably disagree with me if she were on the show today, but he was in a Christmas movie with Candace Cameron Bure last year. Mm-hmm. I loved the movie. I can't remember the name of it. She's got all the cassette
Christmas
tapes.
Christmas at Home or Home for the Hometown, something like that. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, you can look it up
yes.
if you're curious. Great movie, but I didn't like their chemistry together. I didn't. No, it was okay. It wasn't great. I thought that Jennie Garth and Cameron Matheson had great chemistry right from the get-go. I love that they're both a little bit older. They're not like the brand new, young. Of course, they're very attractive, both of them, but they're not the younger set. I like to see Hallmark mix it up and have storylines about lots of different generations. So it was a little bit different story. Yes, predictable, but we love predictable. It's comfortable for us. It's our, it's cozy. You sit down with your blanket and your cocoa and you watch your comfortable movie and you know you're going to end up happy in the end. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. How about you?
I agree. That movie with Cameron Matheson and Candace Cameron Bure, they're doing a sequel this year. So
yes,
watch out for that one. I think they're getting married in this one.
Okay. They just seem more like friends to me, I guess.
Yes. And I think I had said that too when we talked about that movie. Yeah. But I think it was up there on Danny's top 5 from the holiday season last year for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say something that you may not agree with, but I thought that they had good chemistry. However, I think that Cameron Matheson was so good in this movie that Jennie Garth looked not so good.
Okay.
Not looking, not how she looked physically,
Right,
but
right,
like
right, right.
I just felt like she was very pulled back and wound up. Like she was not
Mhm.
letting herself go into the character. There were a few moments of it, but I felt like a lot of it was just weird looks and just not, just not
There
giving
were a
herself to
few
the
weird looks.
character.
I'll give
Yeah,
you
a
that.
lot of awkward silence and
Uh-huh.
weird looks and just I don't know. She seemed like nervous, but in like a very anxious way. And
Mhm.
I don't know if that's how she was trying to play this character, obviously, who's been widowed, who hasn't dated in a long time, but
Mhm.
I just felt like it was a little off putting. That wasn't my favorite
See, that's how I saw her character. She had
part.
been
Okay.
widowed for 5 years. She was trepidatious about getting into dating again, and so I
Mhm.
feel like maybe that was intentional. Cameron Matheson, he's amazing. He plays the part of a morning show host, and I'm like, I want to watch that show. He is so good.
Yes.
Whatever he's selling, I'm going to buy because he he
Put him on the
really
home
brings.
shopping network, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I'll buy those light up flip flops. I don't care, whatever. Um, because he's
Ah,
just really, really genuine, and his roles. He always seems like such a kind person, and I feel like I don't know him, but I feel like that's who he is in real life as well.
mhm. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Um, yeah, so I enjoyed the movie. Definitely would not turn it off if it was on again. I liked that the story was a little bit different from, I mean, we've seen Secret Santa stories before, but
Mhm.
um, it was different from like the magical person giving random strangers things or whatever. It was, you know, if you're listening to this, hopefully you've watched the movie. It was the person who has lived there their whole life and, connects with all these
Mhm.
people and
Yeah.
cares about them and apparently makes a lot of money doing tours of this small town. So,
And that was that was my suspend your disbelief moment for this film. It was like, wow, tourism must be really lucrative in Coopersville. And or maybe what did her husband do for a living before? Maybe he had a lot of money, maybe they saved. They never really said because these weren't just, I bought a bike for a kid. These were grand Secret Santa gestures that
yeah,
likely cost a lot of money. So
yes, for sure.
where did all this money come from? And where can I get a job at that tourism company?
Okay, so I want to talk about the MVPs of this movie. So, who do you think is the best character in this movie?
Um, Scott for sure. I think he was great all around. Although I liked her assistant Colleen. She was
Yes.
hilarious. And she told her and guys, obviously there's gonna be some spoilers in this. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. But
Or don't, because you can guess what happens. It's fine.
you can guess what happens.
Go watch it anyways.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Yes.
Colleen is Jennie Garth, her assistant at the tourism place or partner or whatever. They never really say.
Mm-mm.
But Secret Santa, Jamie, which we've already revealed, wants to be she wants to remain anonymous. She doesn't want people knowing. She doesn't want to feel like she doesn't want the community to feel like they owe her anything. And so she's really trying to throw Scott off the trail because he's doing this story, trying to figure out who the Secret Santa is and do this heartwarming special interest story at Christmas time. Well, Colleen decides that the way you throw him off the trail is you just start acting really Scroogey. But that's not who she is at all. So all of a
Oh.
sudden, they're at dinner and he's talking about this wonderful Secret Santa. I don't think it's such a big deal.
She's
It's
like,
not
they're just
that
giving
great.
people things that they don't need, like food.
And so it
Okay.
was just this sudden turnaround, and Scott's like, "What the heck, man? Who are you?"
And then he
Which,
still asks her out on another date. So he really doesn't care that
yeah,
much.
either he doesn't care or he's like, "Okay, I get it. She is
Yes.
Secret Santa. Maybe that's
Yeah.
it." But
Yeah.
Yeah. Colleen, I thought she was great. There's parts where she decides that to further throw him off the trail, she and some other characters are going to don some ridiculous disguises and go deliver Secret Santa gifts. And it was just
Mm-hmm.
the ensemble cast I thought was great. And the woman who played her niece, and I've forgotten her name now, but she was in that holiday hotline. Do you have her
Emily
name?
Tennant.
Yeah. She looks like she really could be related to Jennie Garth. And I thought they had good
Mm-hmm.
chemistry between the two of them.
Yeah. Yep. It was so funny when um, she had made the big donation to the food bank, I think is where her niece volunteers. Is it the food
Hmm.
bank?
Food bank
And
or kitchen or something like that.
yeah, so
Yeah.
she's talking to her niece and then her niece walks away, but she stays in the background and she's just snapping pictures of everybody unloading the truck with her phone. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, maybe you should
She's like,
help.
oh, you have 50 turkeys in your hand? Stop. Let me take a picture. It was so funny. I definitely agree. I think the best character was Scott. I liked him all the way through. Um, I think that there is sometimes with this like nice guy, you can go a little too sicky sweet and it can be
Hmm.
annoying. But I don't think he crossed over that line. I think he was great. And anything Cameron Matheson is in, I love. He's been
Hmm.
doing TV movies for a very long time. Um, he used to host, what did he host? Did he host the Hallmark
That's what
Christmas countdown or something?
I was trying to think of, because he's had some hosting experience.
Yeah, with that one gal from like ET, I think, or Access Hollywood. Forget her name. She's not an
Yeah.
actress. But he's been involved with TV movie channels for
Mhm.
a very long time. And he's done soap operas. I think General Hospital, he was on for a very long time as well. But I just love him. I liked this character. There weren't really any stakes in this movie, honestly. Like
Mhm.
the little tussle at the end wasn't that serious. It was kind of like he called her out and was like, "Oh, you were just being Secret Santa or keeping a secret from me so that I would give your town publicity." I'm like, "You were already going to come to this town. So
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
You
yeah.
were
I thought
already
that was a bit of a big reaction, and then he just leaves.
yes. Yeah. Like red flag,
Well,
red flag. What are you doing?"
you should realize that this is who she is, and she's got this amazing heart. Instead, you're like, you lied to me. Well, Secret
Yes.
Santa, hello.
She wants to be
Secret.
secret. Yes. Um Worst character. I think the worst character is definitely the guy who pretended to be the Secret Santa so that he
Oh,
could get publicity for his tire shop.
sure. Can you interview me at my tire shop on camera?
He's like, "Yeah, I guess I can make that happen."
Yeah,
That's,
I gave away all those gifts. Yeah.
yeah, that was me. No, he was
But
terrible.
there are people that would do that for sure.
Oh, 1,000%. Do you think
Hmm.
there was anybody who was worse in the movie?
No, no,
No.
he was the worst.
Yeah. And he had like 2 lines and then he was fine. But
Yeah.
enough to get a SAG card. So if he didn't have it already, now he does.
Yeah.
So. um, my favorite scene in this movie was at the very end, towards the very end, when it's Christmas Day and Jamie is walking around back and forth talking to herself in her living room, trying to figure out what to do. I love
Hmm.
that. I felt like
That was
that was
cute.
like her just letting go. The camera was up above her. It was very relatable. Like, oh, if I call him and he doesn't answer, what am I going to say on the voicemail? I don't know what to
Hmm.
say. And it was super like anxious, but relatable. And I loved that scene.
Yeah, we all have those moments where if there was a camera in our homes, where we're just walking around talking ourselves either into or out of a situation. And
yes,
I think they
yes,
handled that really well. I liked the scene where, so Jamie's niece, what's her name? Kylie and her husband David
yes,
never took a
yes.
honeymoon. They're trying to save for a house. And really, they were supposed to go to Paris at Christmas time, but they didn't want to leave Jamie alone because Kylie's just taken this new job in Seattle. So shortly into the new year, she'll be moving away.
Mhm.
So they canceled their trip to Paris. And then at the end, they are gifted an envelope with 2 tickets to Paris so that they can go on their honeymoon. And it turns out that it's, let's say Cameron, not Cameron, although he seems nice enough that he would do something like that, Scott.
Yes.
is
Yes.
the one. So it's kind of this full circle Secret Santa moment. And I thought that was really cute.
Yep. Although this was like the day before Christmas, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we're going to be gone for the holidays." I'm like, "You're leaving like now? You have to leave right now?
Yeah. You better go back.
Your flight is in 4 hours. Hurry up."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I loved that. I thought it was cute, and I liked that couple, David and Kylie. I thought they were really cute,
Mhm.
and it was a nice little side story. And this was before Emily Tennant was leading her own TV movies, and now she
Mhm.
is. I don't. I don't think I've seen her as a side role in quite a while. She's been the
She's
main.
great.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
love her. Is she related to David Tennant?
I'm not sure.
Well, now I want to know.
Now
Let me
you,
see.
now you should look it up. And I want to
Like the
know.
number one question on Google about her. So let's see. No,
Oh,
she's
no.
not. I like convinced myself that she looks like him, but she doesn't. Okay, because they're not related.
I want to know if these tourism businesses really exist. And if so, how well do they do? Because we've seen this a couple of times. Lacey Chabert plays a tour guide in Italy
Yeah.
in a movie. But I feel like that's more of a I've gone to this European location and I need to I'm completely outside of my realm. I need to know where to go, what to do, what to see. But if you're
Hmm.
going to Coopersville, which seems like a very small town like the town that I'm from, I can't imagine needing it's a walkable town. So
Yeah. I feel like in a small town like that, I would be more inclined to do very niche tours, like a
hmm
ghost tour or a wine tour, or, if the city's known for their cranberries or, whatever it is, like
hmm
a certain tour like that, not necessarily like, oh, come tour the city.
Yeah, here's the
Cause I could
hardware
just,
store, here's the gas station. That's
here's where
about
we
it.
film all the Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that maybe there's more to Coopersville that we haven't seen yet. And that would be an interesting story, honestly, for them to do a trilogy, or what do they call it? What's four movies? A quadrilogy. I don't know what it's called.
A
But
series, maybe.
yeah, a series about a town, and not
Mhm.
necessarily mirroring the people in every one, but like
Oh,
just about the town, maybe about
mhm.
the different businesses in it or something. Um,
Yeah, and
because that
maybe they're
book,
not related to anybody else from prior
yeah,
movies, it's just their
yeah,
story. That would be
yeah,
good.
because that book, Christmas at the Island Hotel, I didn't realize that that was part of a series.
Mhm.
And there's different books about different people who live on this island. Um,
Yeah, I've
and
read
some,
2 of them.
oh, you have, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, some characters overlap, I think, but not a ton. So
Mhm.
that could be interesting. Anyway,
Yeah, that way you could work in a little cameo here and there, but it wouldn't be the focal point of the story.
yes, for sure. Okay, so I also just jotted down my least favorite line in the movie because I thought it was so silly when her cousin or niece goes, "Did we just
Nice.
get Secret Santa?" I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that was
Okay.
bad.
Yes, you did. All right, let's not
And
say that ever again.
you wonder if they plant it because there's quite often there's the 1 or 2 lines that we're just thinking, "Wow, wow." And
Why?
you wonder if they do that intentionally just to get people talking. I don't know. We're talking about it, so
Yeah,
now people
yeah,
will want to know, "Where's that lion? I gotta watch the movie." So
yes,
maybe it's
yes.
something to do on purpose.
Okay, so a few other scene stealers for me. One was that I loved her outdoor Christmas countdown. That was so cute. That was sitting in her
Yes.
yard. Oh, it made me
Uh-huh.
want one. I thought it was
Yeah.
adorable. It'd be fun for my kids to do. So maybe you can, I mean, maybe you can make one. Yes, you definitely can. Will I? Probably not. But
You don't need one more thing to take on. You've just started a book club for your daughter.
but it was so cute. I loved it. So I would really like to have one of those. Maybe have one at the coffee shop too. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be super fun.
Yeah. So I loved that. And then I stupidly watched this movie on Friendly, which Friendly is great, but if you don't record the movie, you have to watch it with commercials, which is exactly what I did. And they're not real original with their commercials. They keep playing the same commercials over and over and over again on every break. And so I got
Mhm.
to see one about Walt Disney World several times. And normally I'm all about Disney World. I want to go all the time, show me all the commercials, give me all the holiday magic because they're the holiday commercials. But this commercial, if you get a chance to see it, has
Uh-oh.
the creepiest little kid figurines. They like zoom in on a snow globe and it looks like the little boy is missing a nose. It is so creepy. I'm like,
They don't
who
sell these at the park, do they?
I hope not. I'm like, who approved this? This is terrible. I had to watch it 3 times and it did not make me want to go to Walt Disney World at all. So
Lose the snow globe, guys.
let's adjust that, guys. That was
Yeah,
terrible. Um, And then the last thing was I love the little Christmas cracker scene. So
I did too. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I want to do that this year. I keep saying I want to do that.
yes.
The paper crowns and the little trinkets. And I guess you could make them yourself, but again, would I?
Yeah,
Probably
you can
not.
make them with toilet paper rolls. They just won't make
Yeah,
the as loud of a noise, right?
true.
Um,
Yeah.
I feel like Danny and I made those
Unless
when
you
we
put
were
a
little.
mouse trap inside. That'd
A
make some noise.
firecracker
Those
explodes.
those poppers. Everybody drop it on the ground.
Step on it, trip up and down on it. But the ones that they pulled had jokes in them, and they were very
Yeah.
dumb Christmas jokes. So I thought I
Uh-huh.
would tell you some very dumb Christmas jokes. If you're
Okay.
down for that.
I'm here for it. Sure.
Okay. What do you call an obnoxious reindeer?
Um, I'm trying to be clever and think of the answer, but I have no idea what.
Rude up.
Oh my God. I never would have gotten there. I gotta say.
The second one is why was the eggnog upset?
I don't know.
It felt ignored.
Again, I never would have gotten there. I'm thinking about it being whipped or something. I don't know.
So dumb. So
Ignored.
dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay. Any other notable scenes that you wanted to call out?
Well, I love the idea of a winter carnival. And they
Oh,
do this a
yes.
lot in these Christmas movies where it's this whole thing. And I think it continues like for a week or so before Christmas. And if you go to a Christmas con or, like any small town will do a Christmas tree lighting and there'll be different little things, but it truly looks like there's a carnival festival that goes on for at least a whole week, 10 days or
Hmm.
more. And sometimes there's a skating rink, there's always a hot cocoa stand, there's games, there's caroling, there's the tree lighting, there's twinkle lights everywhere. And I just think that would be so magical to live in a place where they actually did that every year. The one thing that cracked me up was this town was putting on this carnival or festival, but the problem was they couldn't afford a Christmas tree this year. And this is a big deal. You have to have a tree, Couldn't they go to a local tree lot and say, look, our budget's been killed on the cotton candy stand. Could you donate a tree or whatever? But Secret
Yeah,
Santa comes through.
sponsored by Bob's Christmas Stand or,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. Yeah. So Secret Santa comes through with a tree, but you see this real evergreen tree on the truck as they're delivering it, but then when they show it in the town square, it's this plastic. It's not real at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they got their tree. And I would
Yeah.
but that yeah, I would love to go to a Christmas carnival. I think that'd be so fun. I mean, going to Leavenworth, Washington is kind of like going to a Christmas carnival, but it's
Mhm.
massively crowded. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to see anything.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
go to
for sure.
Leavenworth. It's a great place to go. Um, but I would love, yeah, like a small town little carnival, throw on your ice skates. Sometimes they do that. Like in Tacoma, for a while, they had an ice skating rink that they would put downtown, and we went there once, but um, the ice was kind of bumpy.
Yeah.
I think your
Yeah.
dad fell flat on his back and said, "No way am I ever doing
I'm
this
not
again."
doing this ever again. I'm done with
But
this.
but yeah, I love the idea of that. And the twinkle lights everywhere is just beautiful. And there's of course
Yeah.
always snow.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. All right. Okay. So I tried to look for behind the scenes details about this movie, and there really were none. Um,
Hmm.
so they had a few little videos that they had filmed to promote this movie, but this is only the second year that GAC was running. So obviously they weren't running at 100% on everything.
Mhm.
Um, so the behind the scenes video that they had was really just like a promotional video. It wasn't really like giving any behind the scenes stuff. Um, so no behind the scenes details for this film. But I thought we would talk about some tropes that we often see in made for TV movies and see if we love them or hated them for this movie. So I will list a trope and you'll tell me if you felt like it was needed, appropriate, or if you could have done without it. Okay.
Okay. We want to call it naughty or nice.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Small town where everyone knows your business.
Mhm. I like the idea of that. So
Mhm.
that's nice, but I don't want them knowing all my business, especially if you've got the town Gladys Kravitz who spread your business everywhere to everyone who'll listen.
Yes.
Sometimes there's things going on in your life you don't want the whole community to know. So that I'm going to put that on the fence of sometimes naughty, sometimes nice.
Okay. What about in this movie? Do you think it was necessary?
Um, no, I mean, okay, so somebody needed to know about the family that was in need who was struggling to buy gifts and food for their kids. Um,
Mhm.
so I think in that aspect it was needed, but not everybody needs to know who Secret Santa is. Secret Santa wants
Mhm.
to carry on this tradition for years to come, is what it sounds like. So, um, no, you don't need to know everybody's business.
Okay. A widowed person rediscovering their joy.
Well, good for her,
It's nice. It's
but
nice. But I
it's
just want to
been
once see a nasty divorce, okay? That's
exactly,
just once.
yeah, or a single mom. A single
Yeah.
dad. Well, that dare we say never got married but has a kid. I mean, that's
Yes.
something different.
Yes, yes.
Probably not gonna happen on GAC, but on Hallmark or, like, definitely on Lifetime. Um, yeah, why does there always have to be a widow or a widower? Why
Mhm.
can't we just say, "This guy I got married, he was a you know what?"
Mhm.
And I suppose if they do that, they're always gonna bring him back. "Oh, baby, baby, I've
Mhm.
changed, I wanna spend time with my kid and you, and I can do
Mhm.
better." But yeah, the widower trope is really overused, I think.
Yeah. Or you know what I would love to see? I mean, I don't want to say I would love to see a divorce. But I think that
You
we
know?
I don't know why death is better than divorce. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it where, okay, we got divorced. It was amicable, which happens. We both
Mhm.
decided this was not working anymore. The other person is in a relationship. We're all still friends. And now this main character in this movie is going to find a relationship and they're all going
Mhm.
to hang out. Maybe her ex husband
They're
is
rooting
going
for
to,
her.
yeah, but it's going to be like, oh, are you sure about this guy? Like, he seems like, whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like that might be kind of interesting to do. Um, just something
Yeah,
different.
really healthy dynamic because
Yeah.
not all divorce. I mean, sometimes people get divorced because they never should have gotten married and it ends, like you said, amicably and they move on
Mhm.
and they can be the best of friends. And yeah,
Yes.
I'd love to see that in a movie.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, the mysterious donor trope.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it and keep them secret. If they don't want to be
Yeah.
known, why why publicize who it is? So, yeah, I'm down with it.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that that's what this movie was about, but our last movie also had a mysterious donor. So,
Yes, that's true.
yes.
'Tis the
And then
season for giving.
yes. unrealistically quick emotional healing. Are we good on that? Is that-
Come on, guys. I know you only have an hour and a half, but let's talk. Let's, let's say Sally went to therapy.
Yes.
Sally needs to learn how to deal with her trauma. You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm cured. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that happens a lot. And movies are short and they have to get to the conclusion. But it's like, oh, I met this wonderful guy and now I'm healed from all my past trauma. No.
Yes.
For one, a guy doesn't do that. You have to
Yeah.
heal yourself. And
Yep.
sometimes you need help healing yourself. So,
Yep,
yeah.
for sure. And I did like in this movie that it had been 5 years. It wasn't like, oh, this
Mhm.
is my first Christmas without my husband.
Yeah.
But when there's an argument, usually you have to like talk it out instead of just like, oh, I forgive you, it's over, let's kiss. you
Mhm.
know. So,
Yeah.
um, okay. So our next segment is going to be Where Are They Now? Which is where we are going to dreamcast a sequel of where we think the characters would end up in the next movie. What do we think?
Oh, wow. Okay. So many possibilities. And like I said, I didn't know we were doing this, so I didn't have any time to prepare. But let's just say that Colleen takes over the tourism shop.
Okay.
Just really, there doesn't seem to be a need for two people full time.
Mm-mm.
Eventually, not
They
right
never
away,
seem to actually be giving tours. They seem to
no,
just always be
they're
hanging
standing
out.
around. Scott was the one and only tour that they gave that year.
And he didn't pay for that.
So I'm going to say Colleen takes that over. Um, Kylie and David move to Seattle. Maybe that'll be a different movie altogether, their
Mhm.
story. But Scott and Jamie they realize that they've got this great chemistry because of her great interview. Maybe this isn't the
Yes.
greatest idea.
She
Okay, we
was
didn't
so
talk about
good.
this. He interviewed her in the beginning about the town,
Yes.
and she was terrible, but she was nervous. She was on camera. Um,
Yeah.
she was awkward, kind of like I get on the podcast. um, but what if because Scott has a way of making people feel so comfortable, she eventually gets over her fear of the camera and they end up
Mhm.
hosting that morning show together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and at Christmas time, it's not really a secret Santa, but they take donations and then they bestow gifts on deserving people who are not expecting anything. Kind of like on
Yes.
the Christmas radio station that we listen to, and they're always having people nominate other people that they can give food to or special gifts to or tickets
Oh,
or
yeah. The
whatever.
Christmas wish, the
Yeah, Christmas
holiday.
wishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Scott and Jamie, that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
And the movie's going to be called Christmas Wishes.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, in a sequel for this movie, I think that we are going to see that Jamie and Scott don't end up together. I think
Oh.
they're going to date for a while, and then Scott's going to get some kind of fantastic job offer in another big city, and he's going to move. And we're going to see like their side by side lives in tandem for a while. And then somehow
What
they'll
is
get
Jamie
drawn.
doing? Is she
Oh,
still doing the
Jamie's
tours?
still, yeah, she's still doing tours. Um, but all of the money goes to her Secret Santa initiative now because
Oh,
her husband was rich and he did leave her a lot of money. So
okay.
she doesn't need the business, but all of it's going to go to the Secret Santa initiative. And people can nominate towns members to, hi, buddy, to receive gifts. And then somehow they're going to be drawn back together. Maybe he's going to come and do a story on this initiative where the whole town is getting involved. Then they're going to
Mm.
fall back in love and they're going to have a Christmas wedding or something. Like,
Oh, that sounds great. I like
yeah.
the idea that they don't get together right away because, as we've talked, oftentimes in these TV movies, they finally share that first kiss, and the next scene is their wedding, and that's
You're like,
real
what?
life. You don't even really know each other. You've gone out on one date and you've met each other a week ago.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I I like the idea that they They go their separate ways. They find themselves, they grow, and then they come back together.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay, so now we're at the moment where we're going to rate the movie, and we're going to use tour guides, 1 to 5 tour guides to rate this movie.
All right. Well, as I said, I like the chemistry. I know not probably as I liked it more than you did, the chemistry between Jamie and Scott. I like the ensemble cast. Oh, one thing I was going to mention, the night that they went to dinner and they were doing the holiday crackers, her dress, that red, I think it was like a velvety dress with the sparkly silver shrug over the top.
Yes.
So pretty. I love a good shrug. I know they come in and out of fashion, but I love a shrug.
I also loved her red blouse with the green and polka dot skirt and the belt. That was so cute.
She looked very cute the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
She's so beautiful anyway. Beautiful hair. Just naturally beautiful woman. But I like the story of the Secret Santa that was done kind of in a different way. I like the ensemble cast. I would definitely watch it again. So I am going to give A Kindhearted Christmas 4 stars or 4 tour guides.
Yes. 4 tour guides.
Tour guides. Okay.
Yes.
4 tour guides for me.
Okay. I am going to echo pretty much everything that you said. The fashion was great. I thought the styling was really good. The makeup was good. Hair was good without being over the top and unrealistic. Mm-hmm. One thing I've noticed, and I love Candace Cameron Bure. She's my favorite. I love her so much. But her hair in a lot of movies lately has felt like very helmety. Like it doesn't move at all. Yeah. I think that's because she has extensions in. But I like it when it's not perfect. I like it when it's a little messy. It's a little like all over the place because that's normal. Real woman. That's real life. Yeah. So we don't have to try to be perfect, even in Hallmark movies or holiday movies. Chemistry was good. Like I said before, I thought that Jennie Garth's acting wasn't running on all cylinders, but I still thought they did a good job. Definitely would watch it again. So I'm going to give this 3.5 tour guides.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so next week, what are we watching next week?
We've changed things up, so now I don't remember. Are we doing The Christmas at Sea? Are we doing Barcelona with Love? Oh, As Good as It Gets. Movies. As Good as It Gets, I thought was next.
We're watching Hallmark movies. Yeah, we're watching Hallmark movies. It's true.
I've got the list right here. I can bring
okay, you do. Okay, perfect.
I do. So
we're going to do Christmas at Sea, but that may end up being a bonus episode, right?
I like this. Yes. Okay, so As Good as It Gets is scheduled next.
Okay, cool. So As Good as It Gets is an older movie from Up TV. I don't remember. I think so. Up TV.
I think so.
Or Dove. Yeah. Dove or Up TV. Yep. One of the two. Yeah. We've already watched it. So that'll be next. And and then we're going to move into some other, a couple more serious movies, a couple of crazy, insane movies. And then we'll, before we know it, be on to Christmas for the season. So can't believe it.
Because they'll start premiering October. We'll definitely cover the new Hallmark Halloween film for sure.
Everybody else will too, but I do not care.
Nope, we got to get our thoughts out there too. And if there are movies you want us to cover, drop us a note. Or if there's someone that you'd like us to try to get an interview with, could be an actor, could be a makeup artist, it could be a crew member. If you know someone that wants to talk to us, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. So be sure to follow us on Instagram at Love on the Pod and share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes. If you love this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly. So whether you're hosting an AM talk show
or giving anonymous gifts to your small town,
we hope you get Secret Santa. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. And happy Christmas in July.
Bye-bye.
Bye.